Welcome to Dunstan Kiwi Breed for our 2015 Road to Karaka special. Over the next hour, we'll preview the New Zealand Bloodstock Premier Yearling sale, where an exciting selection of yearlings go under the hammer at Karaka on Monday the 26th and Tuesday the 27th of January. We took the opportunity to speak to New Zealand Bloodstock sales manager Danny Ralston about the quality of yearlings on offer in this year's sale. Well, Danny, we're just days away from the start of Karaka 2015. There's been a lot of build-up. Where are we at now with it?
Yeah, we're very close to kicking off. On Sunday night we'll see the running of the Karaka Million and the associated incentive races, followed by the week of selling starting on Monday, where we're very proud and pleased to be offering people an opportunity to partake in what we're calling the New Zealand experience. And just to elaborate on that is the opportunity to buy into some of the wonderful New Zealand bloodlines on offer, horses bred by our amazing breeders of New Zealand, and horses reared in such a great environment, and join us in partaking in some of our world-class hospitality.
443 yearlings have been selected as the cream of this year's crop for the Karaka Premier's sale. You've inspected most of them by now, Danny. What do you make of the strengths of this year's catalogue?
We're very pleased with the way that the catalogue's come together. We've got a nice sprinkling of proven sires along with the young horses, and also a few Australian stallions in the mix. The catalogue, the strength of the catalogue itself is very good. We're very pleased with what we've been able to assemble, and those results over past years are really coming into play with. In particular, the last season alone in Australia, New Zealand horses taking out 20% of those Group 1s and only representing 6% of the racing population.
Well, this year sees 14 freshman sires making their debut at the Karaka Premier's sale, the likes of Cape Blanco, Pour Moi and Jimmy Choo, who stand in New Zealand, but also some very impressive Australian sires. So you think Sepoy, Fox Wedge and Smart Missile, all of them on the racetrack, quality themselves.
Yeah, it's a great bunch of first season sires that we can be very proud of, and the three New Zealand horses you mentioned there, what we're famous for. Cape Blanco's a winner of the Irish Derby, Jimmy Choo obviously our own poster boy, the New Zealand Derby hero, and Pour Moi, the winner of the world renowned English Derby. So these are the horses we're famous for, and it's a privilege to be offering the progeny of these stallions.
There are 66 local and international sires represented in the Premier's sale. How satisfied are you that you've achieved a good representation of all of them?
Yeah, we've got some very good proven sires in the mix with O'Reilly and Pins and Pentire and Savabeel. We're also seeing a bit of a changing of the guard this year, where we've got the opportunity to sell the last couple of Zabeels that'll ever go through public auction as yearlings, and quite an apt time where Savabeel, his son, is taking up that role that we've seen Zabeel take for so long, and also similar with the likes of Thorne Park, who will no longer have yearlings through the auction, and we're seeing a son of his and Jimmy Choo step up and hopefully take his mantle.
You mentioned some of the stats before, but Karaka graduates' success speaks for itself. Karaka's provided 37% of Group 1 and graduates in the past 4 seasons. Horses like Preferment, First Seal and Sacred Falls, just from this season alone.
Yeah, that's right. We've had a number of good winners, not only come from the Premier sale, such as you touched on, Sacred Falls and Preferment and the likes, but the Select sale been also responsible for horses of the calibre of famous Seamus and Ocean Park as well, our another poster boy of New Zealand, and also the Festival sale is also producing high quality winners with Show Boy by Showcasing, the recent Group 2 winner, and also the current highest qualifier for the Karaka Million on prize money.
Last year there was a renewed buyer confidence, especially from our domestic buying bench. What impact are you predicting the international buyers to make this year?
We always have a strong international presence, and we expect that to continue. We've marketed and canvassed far and wide throughout the world, and we're satisfied that we are touching the right people, and we will have a good attendance. And and horses such as Aero Velocity winning the big race on International Night in Hong Kong. Those are the best things that can happen for our sale.
Aero Velocity, he's kicking on the inside. Pina Fabia's got the job to get him. Aero keeps kicking, and Zach Burton takes out the sprint on Aero Velocity.
The excitement is building for New Zealand Bloodstock as they prepare for the 443 lots on offer across the Premier Draft. Well, the Chittick family's Waikato stud took top billing at last year's sale, and with 58 Premier lots on offer this year, they're in a strong position to go back-to-back as leading vendors. Mark Chittick spoke to Kiwibred about some of the standouts in this year's Waikato stud draft. Well, Mark, a landmark sale for you last year, selling 65 lots for total receipts of over 8.8 million. It's a tough act to follow, but this year, on paper, the draft does look just as strong.
Yeah, it certainly was a great result last year, and the sale went extremely well, and we had a wonderful product. And yeah, we're much the same this year. We're probably a little bit stronger on the fillies than we were last year, but look, once again, it's a draft that I'm very proud of.
Well, look, I know you said last year, Mark, you never set out to take that top vendor title at Karaka. You just wanted to meet the market. So what's the approach this year? Yeah,
much the same. As I say, I think we're very realistic sellers, and we've got the most of the draft are by stallions that are absolutely kicking goals every Saturday all over the world, and or every race day and all over the world, and in the top class races. And I think that's what we're all trying to achieve ourselves, and it's just a really nice draft, which there'll be a lot of good racehorses that will come out of this draft.
We've got the cameras here, so let's check out some of your standout lots from the K1 draft. Lot 31, the Savabeel Lego filly. This filly's a granddaughter of the top New Zealand filly Legs, of course, so closely related to Wolf Whistle.
We've got a strong filly draft, and this filly in particular, it is our policy to keep fillies out of nice young mares and good families like that, and a filly like this wouldn't usually be sold. So she's an outstanding type of filly, and she's got all of the blood there. She's beautifully bred. It's a hugely successful pedigree, has been for generations, and for those looking for long-term purchases of a beautiful filly with a beautiful family, you just couldn't go past a filly like that. I think the last time we looked at it, there was some sort of 15 females breeding out of that family, and a lot of them very successfully. So, it's a hot family and very successful family to be able to get into.
All right, let's cross now to lot 47, the O'Reilly Make-A-Wish filly out of a Pins mare, Grandam, that wonderful filly Star Scent from the family of Strike the Stars and Delta Girl.
Once again, an extremely successful family, and a family that we've had massive success with over the last, I suppose, 30 or 40 years. Lovely, lovely filly, strong, got real presence about her, quality about her. The mare Make-A-Wish, I think this is her second or third foal, and I honestly do believe that she will be one of our most successful mares come the future, with the type that she's leaving, and out of that family and the way she's bred.
We head now to lot 78, Mark, the Savabeel More to Love filly, a granddaughter of Flying Floozy, who of course produced 8-time Group 1 winner Starcraft and Forum Floozy.
Yeah, one of the traditional and strongest Waikato stud families, and obviously now an international family, and the family of the recent Group 2 winner in Sports Illustrated. So it's current. It's been active and very successful for generations, and just a lovely, lovely filly. Got scope, got size, beautiful mover, and I think just a filly that we're very proud of breeding, and anybody would be very proud to own.
Well, let's check out lot 88, the Savabeel Natural Rhythm filly, a half sister to Group 1 winner Ray's Girl, and the sister Altius won at Taupo the other day.
Yeah, so she's a mare that was sort of a little bit under the radar earlier on in her broodmare career, but yeah, she's been very successful. She's left a couple of very, very handy horses, and as you say, an Altius who looks like a horse that's got a big future. And look, the mare's just leaving lovely types. We sold a Pins last year for for really good money. So and this filly just fits what she's leaving, in a lovely type of filly, and pedigree already on the board, and mare doing a wonderful successful job with her early progeny. So I can't see why this filly wouldn't carry on with that.
We'll look at the first colt now of the draft, lot 312, the Pins Celebrate colt, out of a Savabeel mare. He's a real Waikato stud product, with O'Reilly coming back through the Great Grand Dam Courtsa, an absolute cracking individual. Yeah, interesting cross that. I mean, the Savabeel over a Pins mare has worked very well and produced Group 1 winners, and this is back the other way. Big, strong workman type of colt. And last year his full brother made 330,000, and this colt's every bit as good as what he is. So a young mare that's doing a lovely job, and as you say, a family that just consistently produces top class racehorses. Well, lot 340, a Fastnet Rock Dance on By colt. The dams are Sadler's Wells mares, a winner herself, and a sister to High Chaparral and Black Bear Island. Sounds pretty serious, doesn't it? He's got obviously a seriously international pedigree, and the horse fits the pedigree. As I say, he's a little bit of an unusual one, and certainly a standout in our draft. It's an honour to be taking a horse like this to the sales. For our very good friends and Brennan and Joe Lindsay, the horse he's just got it. He's got the pedigree. He's got the type. It's all very serious international stuff. Well, Mark, we'll head now to lot 404, the Savabeel Girls on Top colt, out of an O'Reilly mare who won 8 on the track herself, and a half sister to Singapore Horse of the Year Currency, in terrific condition too, this yearling. Yeah, lovely type of horse. I'm just standing back here watching him be filmed. Was very exciting. It's a lovely horse to watch. A cross that has worked extremely well. Savabeel over O'Reilly mares, and crossing fantastic racing blood and successful blood. Cracking type of horse, and he's just a horse that wherever you see him, he just catches your eye, and you have to find out who he is and what he is. So I'm sure he'll do that at Karaka. Well, the next lot has been much talked about, lot 427, the O'Reilly Iguazu's Girl colt, which makes him a full brother to dual Doncaster handicap winner and soon-to-be Waikato stud stallion Sacred Falls. Some great physicality and strength about him. Yeah, he certainly has. He really has. I mean, obviously you do compare back to Sacred Falls, and he does have a lot of similarities, but as you just alluded to there, he's very strong, and I think the thing that catches my eye the most in the physical horse is his walk. He's just a beautiful mover, very economical and fluent mover, and as you say, the pedigree page that just stands out, and it would stand out in any catalogue anywhere in the world. We wish the Waikato stud team all the best in the upcoming sale. The Karaka Million is a New Zealand Bloodstock sponsored incentive race for the graduates of its National Yearling Sales Series. And throughout this show, we'll be taking a closer look at some of the contenders for New Zealand's richest race, including the Graham and Debbie Rogerson trained Maritimo. The daughter of Pins was offered through the premier draft of Waikato stud and was purchased by Rogerson Bloodstock for $200,000. Money well spent for the filly, who's already secured black type in the listed Wellesley Stakes.
She was a really nice, big, strong filly, She looked like a 2-year-old then. She had a great walk on her, lovely big ears. We really liked her. We knew a bit about the family. She's a 3/4 sister to Dating, who we used to train. And we've had a lot of luck with Pins fillies. She's just got bigger and stronger, and even if you look at her now, she looks like a 3-year-old already, which is a good sign. And her physique's amazing, She's built like a colt and looks like a 3-year-old now. Her first start was very good, a little bit green. The second horse actually bumped her halfway down the straight, which probably did help her. She actually knew another horse was there, so she took off and accelerated. So that was a good sign and a good effort. Then she went to Wellington, and she did everything right there, and the time she ran, the way she won, very good horse. this stage everything's going to plan, so she's got to have a nice barrier draw. You know, there should be a lot of speed in the race. You can ride her pretty much anywhere in the run. I think the weather's going to be good, so just hope everything goes good in the run.